Good evening, everyone. Thank you for attending today's session. Thank you for the Opelika Chamber of Commerce, as well as all of those that are helping support tonight's event. Thank you for attending both here in person and virtually as well. I do want to kick off by just introducing myself. My name is Michael Carter, and I'm running for Ward 3 for the City Council. I'm married to my beautiful wife, Natalie. That's right there in the middle. She is an Opelika native, and together we have two boys, Zachary and Nolan. Now, today was the first day of school, and so I'm sure a lot of you on social media saw these nice little signs up everywhere. Has on there their favorite color, their favorite book, maybe their favorite food. Also on here, it has on here, what do they want to be when they grow up? Well, Zachary, he wants to be a technology engineer. Nolan, he wants to be a trained deductor. Yes, you heard me right. Trained deductor at the monkey park. He's my father. But the reason I bring that up is because they have a vision of what they want to be in the future and how do they need to get there. As a professional leadership facilitator for an S&P 500 company, I travel the world. And to do this, I have to be able to give the vision to the people in order for them to be able to succeed. I have a vision for our city. And to achieve this, I'm standing on 4 pillars of lead, live, work, and play. Now, lead is all about us. It's the city council. The most important aspects of leadership is listening and empathy. I've spoken with a number of residents that have concerns ranging from roadway water coming into their crawl space to, hey, how do I get involved with helping in the historic district? These are the things that we tend to miss. However, I propose that we establish a regular citizen survey, but we can't just do that. We have to put actions to our words. And to do that, that's where I have experience with a 24,000 team member organization. My second pillar is living. Over the past couple of weeks, I've knocked on thousands of doors. I've heard everything from infrastructure improvements to improving our historic district. And this past weekend, I even heard about affordability of our neighborhoods and our houses. And I remain committed to you as the citizen that I will work together with our city council and mayor to go forward. Work is the third pillar. You know, I mentioned a minute ago that Zachary wanted to be a technology engineer. We don't need our citizens traveling to Columbus, Montgomery, even Atlanta. We need to prepare ourselves here at Opelika by using that technology and innovation park that we're putting out here on 280. We need to educate our workforce, educate our students. And finally, play. This is the fun part. This is where we get to improve our green spaces, working with bike paths and walking trails, Denson Road Rec Center, even Floral Park to become those centers of community once again. Lead, live, work, and play. This is how to carry out the vision of our community. Remember that if you look at our city logo, that O stands for unity and progress for Opelika. So let's get this train forward and push together, and let's serve Opelika together. Vote for me, Michael Carter, for Ward 3. Please call me, text me, 334-300-8035. Go out to my website. I appreciate your time. Mask up and have a wonderful evening.
Thank you, Mr. Carter. We now invite Robert Lofton to speak.
First, let me introduce myself. I'm Robert Lofton. I'm a retired veterinarian, graduate of Auburn College of Veterinary Medicine. I've been married to Lila Nelson Lofton for 48 years. We have one son. He's an EMT. He works at East Alabama Medical Center. And before moving back to Opelika, we were business owners owning a veterinary hospital that employed approximately 30 people. I understand small business and how it works. You might ask, why am I running for the seat in Ward 3? I spent a lot of time in Opelika over the last 48 years with my wife. She's a third generation Opelika girl. I've watched Opelika grow and change through the years. Most of these changes have been good, but there have been some challenges as well. I've always been interested in government and found this to be an opportunity for me to be involved in our community. I became involved in Opelika as a volunteer for a number of different organizations, including Circles, which is part of Envision, Harvest Ministry, worked with the Stop the Quarry, the Sagahatchee Watershed Project, and also the City Cleanup Day that is part of Keep Opelika Beautiful. I've been attending the City Council meeting now for about 6 months to be prepared for the job that I hope to win in this election. I think that's critical to know what you're going to get into and what the issues are. We now own and live in a home, family home on 3rd Avenue that's been a family home for many years. We own rental property here in Opelika, and we're here to stay. And by the way, our 100-year-old mother just moved back with us. As I've said, I can be your full-time council person since I'm retired. I'm very healthy, and I know about hard work. I've worked physically, and I've worked with budgets, large budgets on state veterinary levels, national veterinary levels. I have training in communication skills, and I've learned to actively listen. That means to hear what you say. As a veterinarian, I had to listen to my clients because they had the information that I needed to treat their pet. You have the information that I need to be an effective council person, to represent you well. Opelika's been doing well, and I want to see us keep moving forward. These are a few of the things that I support and think we can continue to develop. The new library just broke ground this week, and it's going to be a tremendous asset to Opelika. A beautiful building with well thought out plans. The safety of our people is important. The health safety in dealing with COVID-19, but also the safety that has to do with crime and law enforcement in our area. Some of you know that our city police have developed a community relations special services division, and that division is going to help us learn to stop and listen and help mend broken relationships and to build new ones. I'm excited about this program. It's called Youth Incarceration Prevention Program. And it's a way to improve the lives of at-risk young people. We want to prevent their return to crime, which is so common, by giving them guidance and training to these young people. We just received a grant from the city to get started on this. Skip Long's going to be the coordinator of the program, and I think it's a great opportunity to help reduce the crime with our young people. Opelika Main Street is
We invite Kelly Thompson to speak.
Good evening. My name is Kelly Thompson. Our friends and family know me as Kelly T. I'm proud and very happy to be here tonight to talk a little bit about myself and my campaign and why it is that I decided to run for City Council. I am a researcher by trade. I'm a research professor at Auburn University. I'm the director of the Juvenile Delinquency Lab. This lab is the product of a 20-year public-public partnership between Auburn University Psychology Department and the Alabama Department of Youth Services to judge and look at treatment outcomes for youth that are incarcerated at the Mount Meigs Juvenile Detention Facility. I really love what I do. I love the boys that I work with. We've missed them a lot in the recent COVID separation and all of our quarantine, but we're happy to still be collecting data on the good outcomes that are associated with the program. Looking around, when I decided to run for City Council, one of the things that I noticed in our community that was missing was something that was very natural for me as a researcher to notice. Opelika does not have an annual citizen survey like most cities our size do. Our nearest neighbors, Auburn, also have an annual citizen-wide survey. As a researcher and a scientist, this is something I feel I can easily bring to the table. And it has been a really, really, really fun time as part of my campaign to be conducting a mini Ward 3 survey to prove to the residents of Ward 3 that if you trust me with your vote on August 25th, that I have already proven to you and shown to you that I have the skills and resources needed to bring a citizen-wide survey to the residents of Opelika. I know that I'll be working with other city council members and the mayor to do a task such as this. I've already spoken with many of the candidates running who also agree that this is something that's missing in Opelika, so I know that we've got that appetite ready in whatever council is to be coming to Opelika in 2020. This is something doable and manageable, and this is a task that I feel very prepared to bring to Opelika. One of the things that's been really fun as part of my campaign is when we get out, I have this slogan that we use, myself and my volunteers. It says, "Your issues are my issues." And I actually love how that's landing. When I actually get an opportunity to be on the phone with someone, or when someone opens the door and I get a chance to talk about the survey that we're doing and why it's important, and when I get to use that phrase, "your issues are my issues," people can't help themselves but smile. And it's a really beautiful thing to see, because what we're talking about when bringing a city survey to the citizens of Opelika, we're talking about making your local government work for you. We're talking about making sure that your voices and your needs and your concerns are registered in a way, a systematic and efficient way, so that we can listen and respond if we are given the privilege to take your hard-earned resources and make budgets that bring about the vision that we all have for our local community. So, that's why I'm really loving getting every opportunity that I have to tell people in Ward 3 to take the survey, because your issues are my issues. And I hope that you'll get out on August 25th and vote Kelly T for Ward 3, and let's bring a citizen survey to the city of Opelika.